Hello everyone and welcome to this Mailchimp survey tutorial. And this tutorial is targeted for beginners. However, if you do have experience, this is also for you. In order to start, you'll need to log on into your Mailchimp account and you're going to be on your home dashboard as you can see it like this. Now the next thing you're going to do is to go over to your left sidebar where you have different options, and not to worry where to find it because we're here to show you. Now we're going to go over to where you have audience and then it's a drop down. Then here you have all contact, audience dashboard, tags, segments, and there you have surveys. We're going to click on it and then it says get from responses to results, right? So you have to start with a template. Now there are templates right here, of course, as we've shown you, and you can see these templates. You can go ahead and click on them. However, if you have a specific survey you'd like to work with and you don't have a template right here, no need to feel limited, as you can go over to create new survey and click on it. And this will help you to create a survey from scratch. Great. So now you have set up your survey and we have two input fields to pay attention to. You have survey name and the audience. So we're going to give our survey a name. So we've given our survey a name called product feedback and the audience is market opinion. Now we've selected this because we've created it already. And if you're wondering how you can make an audience, you'll need to go back to the home page and then under audience, click on the drop down. And when you do, you're going to come over here to settings, click on settings, and then you're going to go over to manage audiences. Click on it. Then you have the option to create an audience. Now, if you're doing this for the first time, you might have the create audience option from the beginning. However, since we've created already and we're using the free plan, we've reached our audience limit. But this is just to show you how we've been able to create our audience. Now back to the survey filling. Now we've selected market opinion and you know how to do this now by creating an audience, and then we're going to click on begin. Then right here it says, what would you like to learn? Here it says you can learn valuable insight from audience by asking simple questions about their interests, experience, or whether or not they recommend you to a friend. So we're thinking about a product. So we're going to click on the plus icon right here. And here you have different options. Now, usually a survey, you would need to have your introduction. So let's start with that. You could either start by embedding a video, using a text introduction, or having an image. Now, if you're asking about a product, you might want to use image or text introduction. Any is your choice to make. So we're going to choose that. And then we're going to put in our introduction right here. So here we have welcome to our time glass wrist piece survey, right? So we're going to select everything and then make it bold. And then here you can see the section type, introduction. So you're going to leave it as that. And then we could add this. So we just added this, help us improve our product by providing your honest feedback. Now we're going to go to the next by clicking on plus here, and you can see radio buttons. Now there are different options to choose from, but before we get there, you're going to maybe need them to provide an email to be added to your audience in case you want to share the link to this to potentially new audiences, and then having the option to add them to your audience. So we're going to click on email and we're going to say, please provide your email, or we're just going to say email. That should suffice. And here you say email, and you can choose if you want to require this or not. So you could choose required because you really want to get some feedback, right? So you're going to press on the plus icon there, and then we're going to select arrange. So we could ask a question. So here you have a please rate the design of our product, right? So we're going to continue. But before we do, you can see the range and the values, and you can use different options, right? You can use stars, or you can use 1 to 10. So we could leave it as stars because people might be more comfortable using this or used to it. And then of course you could duplicate the question. So if we do duplicate, you can see the same question appears here again. But this saves us time. So now we can just simply ask another question. So this time we're going to say rate the battery of our product, right? So we can click on the plus icon here and then radio buttons. So we're going to use radio buttons right here. So we have the question, what features would you like to see on the next release? So we have option 1. We're going to provide about 2 or 3 options where they can choose from. So we have the first one, replaceable straps. And we can click on plus to add another option. We have leather straps, wider screen, and then we have bigger battery. Then we can come again and add another section. And this section can have open text. So here we can say, please describe how our product made you feel. And this is an open text. You can make this required if you want to, but You get the point. It's going to be available for a response. Now, for all of these, you can of course make them bold so that it can be easily identified as a question or a part for them to focus on in order to respond. So we're going to just do that, and we're going to go through with all the options. Now you can see so far we're creating a beautiful looking survey, and this is just the first part. And the next thing is to click on continue to design. We're going to do that by clicking on continue to design at the top right corner. Now right here you can customize your page, adding branding, adding custom messaging, and also the different styles. Now you can see some styles here, and you can change the color. We could change it to yellow if we want to, and you can see how this has changed. Of course, it's currently making the text submit really hard to read, so we're going to make this a bit different. I'm going to scroll up a bit, click on it. Yeah, this looks better, and we now have a more visible submit button. So our styles have been adjusted, and then you have the background color. We could also change the background color to look like this. This looks better now. And then we have a custom messaging. So we have the submit button. So we have the submit button label, and of course we could change it, but we're fine with submit. And confirmation message, we could say, thank you for your valued opinion and time. And here you can see it, thank you for your valued opinion and time. And then you have a confirmation, and that is a confirmation message. And then you have the close survey message. This message will show to any visitor once your survey has been unpublished. So we're going to click on it and say, oops, too late. See you in the next survey. And then here you have required response error message. So sometimes people are filling forms and then they might forget to put in their details or information that is required. And then you have this is a required question. So you can leave it as is. And then that's for the custom messaging. And then for your branding, you can also add your brand. So we're going to add an image. We've selected this one, click on insert, and you can see it right there. Then next you can click on review. Here you have the survey name, the audience, and immediate notifications. This basically means that you will be receiving email notifications for new responses from known contacts. You can turn this off if you don't want too many notifications, or you could turn it on depending on your style. You could also have a daily summary where you can receive a daily report of how many new services responses were collected. We can click on this and then click on continue. And now we're at the stage of sharing our survey. Almost done. Now share your survey product feedback to start collecting results. So you can create a new email, which is recommended to get more responses by sending your survey with an email campaign design for gathering feedback. So this is good if you want to segment this part of your work in order to have it in a different mailbox. You could also add to existing mail or automation, and then you have the option to share URL, share on Facebook, or share on Twitter. So go ahead and click on share URL, and here you can see the link, and you can copy this link to the clipboard, and then you can go ahead and share this anywhere you want. Now at the bottom, you can see results, known contact, unknown contact, and new contact. All these information will be provided as they're responding over time. Here you could also see the summary of your survey by having the questions written here and seeing the responses according to who has responded. So at this point, you can see how you can easily create your survey. We hope you can go ahead and use Mailchimp in creating your survey, even though you're a beginner, but now you know how to do this yourself. Thanks for watching.